My name is Zubz, the last letter. I'm also known as the legendary golden mic holder. This one is not golden just yet, but you will see. When I'm on stage, it's always golden. I'm a hip-hop artist. I make hip-hop music, and I'm here basically to share some of that music. But I'm also here to endorse the Rage for the Revolution show. Well, the cause is amazing. This is about testing and knowing your status. It's about trying to do something proactive about HIV and AIDS. And that's why we're here. I make references to the things that are around me, but I also make references to emotions, which are the things that tie us all together. The emotion of someone scoring a goal is the same worldwide. Everybody feels the elation of a goal scored. It's not about language or country or where you're from. And it's the same with the type of hip-hop music I create. It's a ritual in my life to watch soccer. You know, I'm like a soccer fanatic. So every weekend I'm watching soccer. My favorite team in the PSL is Sundowns. And the thing about soccer is that it's a special game because it stresses teamwork and it stresses about you're a member of like a group that contributes to making a goal, which is great. But it's also a philosophical sport. Being able to build and score that goal, being able to rise above a loss, being able to survive a bad run. I mean, soccer for me is like, it's synonymous to life. And that's why I absolutely love football. I never had the opportunity to choose my favorite PSL team. I used to stay Kodi D in Mabopani. And because Sundowns is kind of like, it's the neighborhood team, I felt like, I gotta support my neighborhood squad, It's like Sundowns has been the only team worth supporting because it was in my backyard, Add to that, they play great football when they really, when they really play on point, they play on point. And the people behind the scenes have a vision for the team. Money is important in football. It's important to support a team that has backing, financial backing, or at least a plan towards getting financial backing. And Sundowns has that, so they have my support. I had the pleasure this year of being at the opening of the Confederations Cup. It was very well put together, very incredibly done. Like, I think the organizers really know what they're doing. And from my understanding, it'll be the same team working on the World Cup as well. So I think we're in really good hands as far as organization is concerned. It created a nice buzz among South African people. People were excited about football again. And it wasn't even the grand stage of the World Cup yet, but you could feel the energies of the nation starting to rise. I think it's exciting because it's promising. People are ready for the World Cup. The energy is ready. The energy is live. It's rife. When I look at the Africa Cup of Nations, it's very difficult to have a team that you really feel like this is my team, Like, these teams are really fantastic. It's a tragedy, about Bafana, I'm looking at these teams and thinking, which African team is going to win the World Cup, So for me, all teams get my support, you know what I mean? I think it's amazing that we are able to see football continentally as feeding into each other. That's very important. What's really important is the fact that we can bring the pleasure and the energy and the emotion of football to the whole continent, regardless of whether your team is being represented there or not. I think the Egyptian team is one to watch, though, not only for the Africa Cup of Nations, but for the World Cup, too. Soccer is one of those games that attracts thousands of people to a stadium. And I think it's like what Sepp Blatter said about bringing the World Cup to Africa. It's time for wealth to come back to the continent. And I'm really looking forward to that. So big up to SA, big up to Angola, big up to the continent for scoring with football. Me and my band members, we always see things differently when it comes to soccer. Like, some of us support other teams that others don't really like too much, So there is a little bit of a conflict thing that happens from time to time where you're like, hey, but your team is going on. But when we jump on that stage, we're all playing for one team. We all want to score that one goal of a great show, Is we're about to get out of the dressing room, run on the pitch, warm up, do the national anthem, get into our positions, and play as a team. I think we should get ready to perform right now. Who's a Pirate supporter here? No one supports Pirate. Move away from the team. Even if Pirates is on top of the league, you still don't support it. No.
My favorite team, I know I'll get shot for this, you know. But my favorite team is Kaizer Chiefs, the Amakosi for life.
Kaizer Chiefs, Kosi for life, eh?
I've been a fan since I was a little kid, man.
That's just me and my loyalty. I guess I'm mommy's little girl, so.
Because my father was a supporter, so I had to be a supporter. You know, when you're a kid, you look up to your dad.
My favorite team is Supersport, because I favor my hometown.
What's going on, everybody? Zubz, the last letter, legendary golden mic holder. Thank you very much for hanging out with us. You know how these discussions get about soccer. We can talk all night, non-stop, and we won't ever come to any sort of decent conclusion. So before I sign out, once again, thank you very much for joining us. Know your status. Know your HIV status as much as you know your football, and I guarantee you, you'll have that much more fun in life. Peace out. Thanks for hanging out. Take care.